Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart on Vechain against USDT, as you can see, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up with the swing high printed back in November 2021 and the swing low printed in May of 2021. As you can see, we did retrace all the way down to the 1.618 target and then some, almost getting to the second fib level here. Not quite though. So 0.02362 was a major entry for us, and this was the technical target that we were eyeballing way before we got down here, way before we even broke below the 1.272. So this was always our target per these two points of contact on the fib. So right now you're sitting exactly at that 1.618 level. Now you did see a pullback here, so if you did not manage to buy in here and you missed this 2x move to the upside in a few months, we've already seen a 40% pullback and a 40% move to the upside after that. So right now we're sitting at this support level. This is an amazing buying opportunity. If you take a look at this blue support block that we have over here, so this was created back in June of 2022 when you had that initial capitulation. From there you saw a pump to the upside. Then you broke below here. As you can see, you printed this low, and then you came up once again. You had another pump all the way up to the 1.414. So 3 cents clearly is a strong resistance level. And the next time we had a pullback, once again, we came back down here to the bottom of the support block. And from there, you saw another retracement to the upside, not quite towards the 1.414 yet, but we're pulling back down to the 1.618. So this is a good opportunity for the price to refill, and hopefully we might see a move to the upside moving on in the next few weeks to the next few months, obviously, and taking out the 1.272 and retracing back to this golden resistance block would be ideal, would be the ideal situation to see this summer, because we do need to be breaking above the August 2022 high as soon as possible. So I'm expecting a bull trap to take place in September/October, as it usually does happen through that time period. So I'm expecting the price to move up here. We might even go higher and retest 5 cents. No one knows what's really going to happen. If you're holding for the long term, there's no need to worry about all these things. If you like to swing trade, I wouldn't worry at all right now, but I would not be swing trading. So we had this impulsive move right now. I'm not swing trading. I'm not taking profits on any of my altcoins. I'm simply waiting for us to get out of this zone here. And once we start pumping into the third quarter of 2023, I think that's when we can start looking at some potential swing trades. And then once we see a pullback, we'll enter and wait for the bull market to arrive. But once again, if you don't know how to do that, then I would say just avoid doing it at all. But we're going to be doing that on Patreon. The link is going to be down below in the description. We do a bunch of swing trades. We have low cap gems. We have exclusive podcasts, and we have a lot of resources and useful information. If you really enjoy the content and you want to get more daily updates from me, then feel free to check out the Patreon down below. There's going to be a 7-day free trial. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, you are pulling back down below this purple support block. And as you can see, the next immediate support below is either the pink trend line or the white trend line. Both of them are good to target for entry. So let's say you put $100 in right now. Then you see the price move back down and the RSI sitting at the pink trend line. You put another 150 in. And then you see the price capitulates and enters this oversold area, which is below the RSI of 70. And every time it is in that zone, we see a massive move to the upside. So once you enter this oversold position, you can, let's say, put in a $300. So the lower you go, the more you buy, because the more coins you're going to have. That's the idea. But of course, I would like for us to bounce off of this support, come back up to that resistance, maybe take profits there for those of you who are looking to do that. But eventually, I do want us to get in between these support and resistance trend lines and eventually break to the upside and have a massive, massive move to the upside into the overbought. So let's switch over to the weekly chart now. And before we get into the video, I quickly want to mention Apex One AI. So this is a very interesting project that is based on AI technology and allows you to farm using crypto pairs. So they already have a platform out. They have their website, which we're on right now. The team is fully transparent, and some of the features are farming using artificial intelligence, using cryptocurrency pairs. You have liquidity pools, you have DeFi involved. You can take a look at their white paper. And if you want to take a look at their team, all of that is available on the website. And they also have a native token out already called Apex. And here is how the platform looks. The website is very well designed as well as the platform. It is easy to navigate. As you can see, if you go to Apex AI, you have farming, you have yield farming, and you have some of the new features that they're developing using the AI technology. So if you go to wallets, it's very easy to deposit and exchange cryptocurrencies using their application. So feel free to take a look at the link down below in the description. You can sign up using that. And if you have any more questions regarding the project, you can refer to the video that I made earlier, which is a full review of this platform. Now let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a massive support block from 0.0218 cents down to 0.01037 cents. This is based off of this trading range that we had in 2020. So from this high in August down to this low in November, we printed a local high, corrected to a support level, and then had a move to the upside into the bull market, obviously printing the all-time high in April of 2021 at 27 cents. Then we entered this channel down pattern, and right now we just broke out of it in January, and we're holding the green support block right now, which is massive. We were targeting this green support block way before we entered. Then we had a retest here in June, and then we entered it here in December, and now we pulled back above it, and we're hovering above it. So this, in my opinion, is still a good buying opportunity. If you know your patterns, then you potentially spotted, and we covered this in the last video as well, you potentially spotted this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So you have your left shoulder, you have your right shoulder, and you have your head. This blue trend line is the neckline. So once you break above the neckline, you can start targeting a move to the upside. So how you do that is you take a trend line from the top of the neckline down to the bottom of the head, and then you place that trend line on the neckline, and the top of the trend line is going to have your target. So basically around about 4 cents is going to be your target. Now, if I place a trend line there, you can actually see that this area, this 4 cents, is a massive support that we retested back in February 2 years ago, and then we had another retest, a brief retest in February 1 year ago, so in 2022. So this is a massive resistance level that we have not back tested as resistance after we broke below in May. So this could very well come this summer once we have that impulsive move to the upside. We might run into 4 cents and we might see a pullback down to the neckline, but now it's going to be retested as support. And from there, we could hopefully continue into the bull market. So this could be a very nice swing trading opportunity for us from where we are right now above the 20 EMA on the weekly chart, which is also great to see. This could be a 64% move to the upside. Now, obviously, we can do even higher than that. What you can do is you can target this trend line as well. So this, as you can see, was a support level we had back in July of 2021. So that is a massive level for us to retest at around about 0.067 cents. From where we are right now, that would be a 175% or 76% move to the upside. So that's something that you can eyeball as well. Hopefully we manage to do that. But overall, Vechain is sitting at its low that we printed in June last year. So you can discount this. Just because the price went that low doesn't mean it's going to have to go that low once again. It is possible it will happen, but not very likely, to be honest with you, unless we have a massive capitulation in the next few months. But obviously, with the recession that we could see at the end of the year coming, well, in the US, we could obviously have a pullback, have a major crash even, but I wouldn't be counting and waiting to go all in that at that point, because if it doesn't happen, well, then you're screwed, because the markets have essentially recovered by the end of the year. We're not going to be sitting at these prices, believe me. So if we're sitting at around about 7 cents in the next 6 months, and you're waiting for the price to come back down to this December 2022 low, and we don't have the recession, and we don't have any flash crashes, well, then you're either buying at 7 cents, or you're just watching the price fly into the bull market. That's the only choice that you're going to have, or the only two choices. So you're better off exposing yourself to the markets right now, at least somewhat exposing. If you're you're very positive that you're going to be seeing a pullback, well, hopefully it pulls back, hopefully you manage to enter, but I'm just not down to take that risk. I don't want to take that risk. I don't need to take that risk, because from the all-time high price, we're currently sitting at a 90% pullback. So in my books, that's a good buying opportunity regardless. And taking a look at the weekly RSI, as you can see, we have a support block here in the middle. Let me just change the color for that. So this support block was retested many times. Once in April 2019, once in July, same year, once in April 2020, once in October 2020, once in July 2021, and then we lost it, and we had a back test of resistance in December 2021. Since then, we had one little fake out in March last year, and then we broke above here. We had the back test of support in February, and now we're moving to the upside. So our major resistance level to target this summer is going to be the RSI of 60. So if we see a massive pump into August/September, we could run into that level and then come back down to the pink trend line, just like we ran into that level back in November, and just like we back tested that level as support back in December of 2020. So this is an important level for us to hold. If we manage to break above it, I would say just be careful selling too early, because we might even enter the overbought at that point. That is pretty much everything I have for Vechain. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section, and let me know what are your long-term targets. If we set up a fib retracement from our bear market low, or presumed bear market low, to the all-time high in April, we could be looking at 52 cents as our minimal target. From the bear market low, that would be a 3,300% move to the upside. Then you have the 1.414, which would be a 77 cents. And that would be a 5,000% move to the upside. Of course, the 1.618 here is the technical target after you break above the first fib level, but I don't want to be a moon boy, and I don't want to say that we're definitely getting to $1.38. I would say the 1.272 and the 1.414 are okay targets for now. If those are not enough for you and you're that greedy and you want to sell at the 1.618, hopefully you do that. But if the price doesn't get to the 1.618 and just, barely goes above the 1.414, and then you have the capitulation to the bear market and then the bear trap, then, things aren't going to be looking good for you, because you're just going to be riding the wave down into the bear market, and you don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that. That's why taking profits this bull market is going to be essential to your long-term success. Thank you all for watching the video. I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care.